Good morning or good evening, viewers, whichever it might be. This is Rajesh Kumar speaking from YouTube channel named Rajesh Kumar Nagarajan about Indian economics. This is part 4. So part 4 we are speaking still addressing farmers issue only where there are more crop cultivation in our vegetable cultivation. We have not spoken about much about the vegetable cultivation. We are speaking about I am speaking about the paddy, wheat, and provisional items and masala provisional items cultivations within India has to be produced more, and during rainy seasons or water flooding seasons, as well as with heavy rain and heavy thunder. Apart from that cyclone, how to restrain the all these items of crops, we have to structure a proper system. This can be done only by who have good knowledge and good field work in that specific item and over that area. So while we discuss about these things, we are already I have already mentioned about the draining system. So water draining system is must. It should not water cannot be more than 1 inch level or more than at the most 2 inch level. This itself is a big scenario to for the crops to get spoiled. So we have to safeguard the growing crops from getting spoiled through natural calamities. So that is also a big issue. We have to address in such a way. For this, we have to have a helping hand from BSc Agri students, MSc Agri students, as well as from doctorate of agriculture and post-doctorate agriculture students. We have to get a helping hand. So farmers uh, who are having 1 acre or more than 1 acre and less than 5 acres need to be concentrated more because they are under poverty level. Whichever party they are voting, and it doesn't matter. All the poverty peoples reside in every political parties who are getting into election and elected by the poverty people. So all the people representatives who claim themselves as representatives, either it is MLA or MP or ex-MLA or ex-MP, who have crossed 1 year, one term period, that is 5 years, at least one term period 5 years, and still alive and not been elected after some time, and being elected after 10 years or 15 years thereafter. So those people who have become wealthy through poverty voters voting, through by earning their commissions at 40% significance level, need to be somewhat generous. Gratitude, courtesy, consideration, and some sympathy over the merciable people of poverty voters, that too farmers. So farmers in addresses need to be problems need to be addressed. In such a manner, we have to make them uplift in their own life. We cannot uplift. We can uplift. At least they should uplift to a 50% significance level. At present, all the people representatives who claim themselves as Indian MLAs and MPs, whoever in power or not in power, who are in ruling or not in ruling, need to realize, mainly 78 plus age group and 88 plus age group and 68 plus age group need to realize, once they are going to live not more than 28 years to 8 years time period. So within their dying time, they have to be do some good deeds towards their poverty voters who made them rich and wealthy and more stronger. So through them they have to provide their unaccountable money which are not committed for next 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years. So in this, so that much amount means here normally refers to for 1 ground of cultivation, normally means some say it is 10,000 to 25,000 expenses, or the at most 50,000. So if people who are having does not have any commitments towards that savings or unsaving, because they will be sacking the money. We all understand the difference between savings and money and non-saving money. Non-saving money is a money which doesn't have any interest over the saved money, saved Indian rupee. Meaning, while we speak about this issue, we can speak about Jayalalitha itself. Jayalalitha, many people say in Kodanadu estate, she has kept some multiple lakhs of money in container. Still, that money in the past 6 years, it is idle only. It is not earning any interest. It is not speculated elsewhere. So it is not been generated. It is not been sourced or resourced. So in this way, those monies need to be deployed through the people representatives in various ways towards the poverty farming people, and dying in weavers issue also need to be addressed. Poverty is not only in farming, it is already in weavers side also, as well as from automobile side also, engineering side also. So engineering side, automobile side, and weavers, dyeing industry, as well as the farming industry, vegetables. Vegetable farming, I have not spoken about vegetable farming. Vegetable farming also need to be concentrated more in an eccentric manner, not in a diverse manner. All the people representatives at present in a scenario, they are helped for the 10% significance level towards the uplift from the poverty voters in their respective parties. But that is not a good attitude. The Lord of demand will be watching everyone, inclusive of me. So I am too will be in the scenario along with you as a normal common person. So in that way, the Lord of demand here in Hinduism is called as Yamadharma Raja. So Yamadharma Raja will be noticing everything through his auditor, Chitragupta and Vichitragupta. So those three auditors will be always keeping in touch with our consensus and with our spirit. In Tamil it is called as Anma. So Anma is normally called as spirit. The soul is called as body, flesh, which is constituted of nerve, bone and various other things. In this way, we have to be aware. I too admit we have no one to question us, because everybody is in secluded form, secluded by themselves within among one another. In that way, we are not questioned, but we have our own consensus and spirit. So those spirits has to be neutralized, generalized, and naturalized. So crops, while we talk about draining, harvesting, so harvesting is a main concern. So in this manner, we have to take out those monies and non-interested monies, but kept in a sack bag or in a container. Those monies need to be deployed to generate source and resource in various forms, in various ways within India at least, if not possible in foreign countries. Because India only have more human resources, as well as China too is having more human resources. So these two countries need to be generating their own sources and resources through their own, within their country at least. Due to China-India non-cooperation, China has to develop their own economics in their own way. India need to develop her own economics in her own way. So those things need to be understood deeply and deep-rootedly. BE agriculture students also need to be deployed, and ME agriculture students have to be deployed, and doctorate in agriculture students need to be deployed, and post-doctorate students also need to be deployed, who are not willing to go abroad and serve abroad nations. Here abroad means foreign nations. Foreign countries means foreign nation means foreign countries. Foreign countries means here Western countries, European countries, Egyptian countries, African countries, Asian countries and Arab countries. So all these six need to be concentrated. Even if they are not willing, people who are going there, they should generate the sources through the parent source, parent money or grandparent money, and they have to establish their own business in the respective country wherever they are taking dual citizenship or single citizenship or permanent residence or green card. Permanent residence maybe they will be moreover will be an employee status only. They will not be in a employer status. If they are getting into employer status after 10 years or 15 years of in that country service, they have to work for that particular nation's productivity, manufacturing capability. They have to increase the manufacturing. All this need to be done through Indian human resources or Asian countries human resources or China human resources. So Asian country means India, China and other Asian countries also come into consideration. Why I am giving more eccentric to India and China because these two countries are more than one third. So the rest to one third only will be having other Asian countries inclusive of European, Egyptian, Western, African and Arabian countries. So all these need to be concentrated. Those people's feedback need to be get back to the Indians who are residing within India in any district, in any states, in any villages or townships. Because they will be giving a report whichever crops or provisional items or masala provisional items need to be or in heavy demand in those countries. Accordingly, the agriculture students, they may be of any age, 38 plus, 48 plus, 58 plus or 68 plus or 78 plus, even 88 plus. So they have to help, they have to guide the poverty farmers to cultivate those crops, because they are at present scenario one farmer if cultivates one particular provisional item crop or masala item crop, the nearby farmers also blindly following it or adopting it. But that should not be there. They should be guided properly. They should be counseled and teached properly how to do cultivation and how to do irrigation and how to do yielding more within one ground. We are not talking about 1 acre. 1 acre means here it comes about 17.25 grounds. So all these things need to be concentrated more. So while we concentrate more vast and while we cultivate in a vast and concentrate less, yield will be more less. So in that way, we have to understand that cultivation is the main importance. It is not as we think, as we do at present. Because at present, if you take about paddy, many paddies are drenching in rainy water. Little bit rainy water also, the paddy gets wet at the significance level of 25%. And if it is flooded means, since all the paddy bags are in the floor only, in the cultivation ground only, in the open space. Even though they put different types of plastics to cover it, it is not withstanding the flood. So as a result, the entire whole, whether maybe 10 feet high, they are putting one bag over the other for more than 10 to 15 feet in a open space. But flood comes and drenching. So at least if it is 5 feet water also, if the paddy gets all the bottom side of the, and they are putting bags one over the other in a one row is a minimum 15 to 20 bags they are putting, and in a column wise they are putting more than 15 columns, 15 rows and 15 columns. In that way, the bottom bags or either whichever item, provisional item or masala item products are fully drenched in what? Water, flooded water. As a result, the top bags also sucking those wetness that is in the bottom bags. So as a result, all the items are getting more than 60% wet. and it has to be drained. It has to be dried. It has to be dried in a machine. So at present in India there is no much machines to drain those provisional items and masala provisional items to drain very easily after flooding. After flood is getting drained by themselves in a natural way, but it takes 1 month. At present scenario 30 days it takes to get into drain. So all those things has to be concentrated more. As a result, in this ways also we have to safeguard the crops. As this part itself is coming more than 15 minutes, we will talk this elaborately how to do it in the next subsequent parts. So uh, people who are listened with good patience and listening capability, for them Rajesh Kumar does his sincere thanks with in submissive nature, with courtesy and consideration, and with transparency. People who are going to do this, implement it year after, will be blessed for longevity of life. Thank you.